China has a large population and the richest and most varied natural landscapes in the world. Plateaus, forests, lakes and coastlines. These various geographical features and climate conditions have helped to form and preserve widely different species. No other country has so many potential food sources as China. By collecting, fetching, digging, hunting and fishing, people have acquired abundant gifts from nature. Travelling through the 4 seasons, we'll discover a story about nature and the people behind delicious Chinese foods. Shangri-La, Yunnan. In the ancient forest nestled by snowy mountains, the air is wet and cool in the rainy season. It's not easy to catch up with Danzhen Zhouma in the forest of pines and oaks. Zhouma and her mother are looking for an elf-like food. Zhouma has found matsutake under the pine needles. It's a precious and edible fungus, only surviving in certain high-altitude mountain areas that are free of pollution.
We can usually only find one matsutake every kilometre. Matsutake yields were once high, but the price was low. Its production has fallen this year, while the price has surged.
Matsutake is very expensive. At restaurants in the big cities, a dish of roast matsutake will cost 1,600 yuan. Matsutake has an intense scent. After being lightly roasted, its spicy, mineral-like fragrance floats out. People who live far from nature regard the matsutake as some kind of treasure. GD Village sits in the centre of the matsutake production area in Shangri-La. It's already empty before 3 a.m. Villagers who are able to climb mountains are out searching for the amazing mushroom.
If we are late, the others won't give us a chance. We won't find any matsutake because the others will have picked them all.
Zhouma and her mother will hike to the ancient forest 20 kilometers away. Even to the villagers familiar with the forest, to find matsutake is completely luck. High-grade matsutake hides deep in the earth. The mother is looking for a pit that she concealed 2 days ago. Under the earth, a new matsutake is growing, but it's very small due to a lack of rain.
My mother cares more about looking for matsutake than her own health. I'm a little worried that one day she might faint while in the mountain. She's getting old.
Yak butter, fried matsutake, is common in the matsutake production area. Melt yak butter in a black clay pan, then add the slices of matsutake. The slices are dried rapidly in hot oil and the fragrance is released. Such luxurious ingredients need only to be cooked very simply. Tibetans didn't like matsutake before because of its strange taste. Matsutake used to be very cheap, but recent years its price has shot up. To earn 10,000 yuan in one summer, herdsmen have to work hard in the rainy season. Matsutake prices are strictly based on grades. The Matsutake products are divided into 48 grades before being sold.
This one can be rated as grade 1. It's quite good and big.
Matsutake mushrooms can keep fresh for 3 days at most, so merchants process it as delicately and as quickly as possible. A matsutake like this can be originally purchased for 80 yuan, and 6 hours later it will appear at a supermarket in Tokyo priced at 700 yuan. Zhuo Ma is waiting with the crowds. She is anxious because her matsutake is not so good.
Others reaped many more matsutake than I did, so I'm quite uneasy and anxious.
Over the past day, Zhuo Ma and her mother walked for 11 hours in the mountains, but earned very little. After the rainy season, all the matsutake will be gone. Family looks forward to a lucky day tomorrow. There are only 2 seasons in Yunnan, rainy season and dry season. Every year, starting from November, dry and warm winds rise on the land, blowing hard for the next 6 months. Not until the end of May will rain fall upon Shangri-La in Diqing Prefecture. Mushrooms in the ancient forest begin to shoot up after the heavy rain. But only matsutake is of interest to Zhuo Ma and her mother. Heavy rain is a gift from nature. Everyone works hard, but fortune brings Zhuo Ma a better harvest. After digging up the matsutake, Zhuo Ma conceals the pit with pine needles. Only in this way can the haipa be preserved. To ensure sustainable yields, Tibetans follow the law of the forest. Matsutake is unique in flavour. It became a popular delicacy just 30 years ago. On the menu of traditional Chinese cuisine, there is another dainty food growing in mountains. The cubes of fresh winter bamboo shoots. After being cooked in deep fat with various spices, would be a widely popular dish in Jiangsu and Zhejiang provinces. In China, many people rely on bamboo forests. They are also bamboo shoot experts.
Mao bamboo needs to be planted away from mulberries and pines, otherwise they won't grow well or produce bamboo shoots.
Bao is a Zhejiang native. The biggest ever bamboo shoot in Suichang was harvested in his bamboo forest. The winter bamboo shoot hides in the earth and it's hard to find on the surface. But Bao can easily locate the bamboo shoot by only observing the colour of bamboo leaves. Under the lifeless earth, a bamboo shoot is silently growing. The winter bamboo shoot is seasonal and hard to preserve. After being peeled, it leaves little left to be cooked. Chinese chefs love it because it is single-grained. It's able to easily absorb the flavour of added garnishes. In particular, it can help attain a flavour balance when being cooked with greasy, fatty meat. Bao always looks for 4-year-old bamboo plants before locating bamboo shoots. Digging along the subterranean stem and picking the shoots gently are necessary to prevent the roots from being harmed. Covered with earth, the harvested shoots can be preserved for over 2 weeks in a natural way. (1,500 kilometers southwest of eastern Zhejiang), a lush summer falls on a bamboo forest in Liuzhou. Guangxi native Ye Liang manages a bamboo forest that produces large, sweet bamboo shoots.
The most tender bamboo shoots can be harvested between mid-June and mid-September.
Bamboo shoots will solidify shortly after breaking through the soil. They turn old and bitter if not dug up in time. Ye's forest yields the rhizome shoot that grows in summer. It's not as tender as the winter bamboo shoot, but it is the main ingredient for making Liuzhou sour bamboo shoot.
Sour bamboo shoot is made under the guidance of an ancestral recipe. I'm the oldest grandson, so I've inherited the cooking skill.
Braised yellow croaker with soybean and sour bamboo shoot has an authentic Guangxi flavour. Deep fry tiny yellow croakers first, then cook them with soybeans and the sour bamboo shoots in oil. It's a great appetizer. The sour bamboo shoot is also an ingredient for cooking snail rice flour noodles. It's a local snack in Liuzhou. Ye's sweet bamboo shoots have reached a respiration peak 2 hours after being reaped. 4 hours later, they will begin to soften and rot. Ye and his family will work faster. Every day he will check the jars containing sour bamboo shoots before he goes to sleep. Under the lamp, he checks the processed shoots. His son says there will be customers tomorrow, but these shoots won't be ready for another 3 days. He will have to turn away the customers. Bao is cooking soup with winter bamboo shoots. The salted pork and bamboo shoots, with a half and half proportion, will be fried before being simmered in soup stock. The two flavours melt together. Originally, the soup, pickled tuck fresh, was cooked with spring bamboo shoots. But Bao has instead used Suichang winter bamboo shoot. It's 20 times more expensive. In his eyes, the vegetables are common in this bamboo forest. Every lunar February, the spring bamboo shoot succeeds the winter shoot as the main ingredient for making the soup. Besides fresh ingredients, some spices used to season delicacies also come from nature. In Yodong mountain area in northern Dali, the eye-catching red sandstones are the home to many natural salt wells. The salt is indispensable for making a delicacy in the mountain. process to make blood sausage won't last long. 1 week is usually enough. Yunnan natives, Huang and his son, Xujiang, are building a cooking stove by a stream. They build such a stove every winter to cook salt. Brine is needed for the salt cooking process. The salt well has been here for over 1,000 years. And the salt will help make a local speciality.
It's so nice.
Experienced Huang recognizes it's a mature Nuodong ham. It was salted 3 years ago and has been air-dried completely. Over the course of 3 years, the fat in the ham oxidized and created a unique flavor. The ham will be cut into parts before cooking. Each part can be cooked differently. Meat attached to the bones is the best. Hams over 3 years old can be eaten rare. Stir-fried ham with asparagus lettuce needs well-marbled ham meat and fresh asparagus lettuce. Garlic is added to season the dish. Local dishes are always cooked with both meat and vegetables. As the temperature rises at midday, more salt exudes from the earth surrounding the well, attracting the animals nearby. Xujiang has been cooking now for 4 hours, and the salt has gradually crystallized. The potassium in the salt is good for health, and with a mild taste, the salt is perfect for making ham. The mould helps weigh a certain amount of salt. The precise weighing measure proves that salt used to be the most important commodity here. Huang and his son came to a winter market in Yunlong County to select pork for ham making. Pigs on the plateau are different. Top-rated Nuodong hams contain a moderate amount of fat. Fried rice with ham is cooked. By mixing rice evenly with diced ham in a hot pan, it makes the fragrances of rice and meat melt together. This dish tastes best when hot. Every year, ham is made between the winter solstice and the great cold of the Chinese lunar calendar. At an elevation of 1,800 meters, Nuodong sits where a river turns in a valley. The wet and warm climate helps ferment the hams.
It takes much longer than 1 or 2 days to salt a ham. After being salted for a month, it will be hung up and air-dried.
Huang and his son salt hams in their old yard. The climate on the mountain keeps changing. A cold, sunny day is the best time to make hams. Xujiang has 10 years of ham-making experience, but he is still less skilled than his father.
Yes, do it like this. Salt it evenly. Press hard. Put on more salt. Besides his instructions, comprehension is also important. The process of rubbing, blood discharging, salt spreading, and the amount of salt needed all depends on my own judgment.
It's simple to salt the hams. Just spread self-made Nuodong salt evenly on the ham and press it repeatedly. Wang cherishes every grain of the salt due to its complex cooking process. People today no longer take salt seriously. Advanced transportation and technology have made salt common and cheap. But in our eyes, Nuodong salt is still a gift bestowed by nature. The river valley becomes warm and wet, and over 1,000 hams begin to mildew. The mould pushes hams into a deep fermentation process. The dainty delicacy in the mountain is gradually maturing. In October, autumn falls on the plain areas in Hubei and Hunan. In Hubei, the water level of the lakes close to the Yangtze begin to drop. The laws of nature provide people with an opportunity to reach the bottoms of the lakes. Every year, brothers Shengwu and Mao Wang come to Jiayu for a hard job when the water level drops. New opportunities and challenges are waiting for them. The brothers are going to dig up a delicious vegetable. It grows deep in the silt and is difficult to dig out. This gem, Mao Wang has dug out.
Here's another one. It's more to this side. I built my house and provided for my kids to go to school with the money I earned doing it.
This gem that Mao Wang has dug out is a lotus root, a high-yield vegetable that grows in lakes.
Excellent physical condition is necessary for the work. It requires a strong body. People who are not so strong are incapable of digging through the silt, so they have to give up.
It needs patience and skill to dig up a complete lotus root. Locate it first and figure out its length. Then clear away the silt around it bit by bit. If it's broken and contaminated with the silt, the value will be ruined. So workers must be very careful to dig the root out without breaking it. Lotus root is rich in starch. Hubei natives are good at cooking it. A fried lotus root sandwich is always cooked this way. You peel the skin, cut it into thin slices, place the minced meat stuffing evenly in between the two slices. Then dip the raw sandwich in flour paste and fry until it turns golden. Lotus root is a kind of natural food that demands a lot of human labour, so it has more added value than any other vegetable. The only way to get lotus root is to harvest it by manpower. No matter how large a lake is, lotus root cannot be harvested by machine. When harvest season comes, workers leave their hometowns for the production areas. Every year, Mao Rong and Sheng Wu work away from home for 7 months. It's a comfortable salary that attracts them to do the job. They understand that the harder the job is, the more money they will earn. Before last Spring Festival, the price of lotus root shot up, attracting more workers to Jiayu.
My waist hurts, one of my arms aches, and one of my legs is tingling. My stomach also hurts. My wife has urged me to take good care of myself. We certainly hope the price can be higher, only for the sake of our livelihood and earnings.
The workers like cold weather. Not because the cold can make the work any easier, but because on cold days, more people cook lotus root soups that create a price hike. Hubei people usually use lotus root to cook the soup. In Wuhan and other parts in central Hubei, stewed ribs and lotus root is a common dish. Nearly all local households cook this soup once or twice every month. Put pork rib cubes in an earthenware pot, simmer them on a slow heat for an hour in the boiled soup. After adding in the peeled lotus root cubes, use a really high heat until the soup boils. It will be finished after being stewed for another half an hour.
It's us that have dug them out. When we see lotus roots at markets, we get a special feeling. It's us that dug them out, right? We certainly feel that way. We feel close to them.
5 more months are still needed to finish the harvest in the lake. At the Jun Lake, 300 professional workers work from sunrise to sunset every day. In Hubei, abundant in freshwater lakes, the same scene takes place every single year. Several months later, thousands of miles away, on Chagan Lake of Jilin province, a group of professional fishermen are starting their work season. Dry air and extreme cold have frozen the lakes on the Golos grassland. But a bountiful harvest is approaching. At a restaurant in Beijing, chefs are making the most popular dish: bread soaked in fish head soup. The big fish head comes from the northeast, hundreds of kilometers away. Without being fried, the fish head will be stewed for 25 minutes in a big pot with soup stock. Chefs make the freshly cooked pancake side dish. The dish will be ready after the broth is well absorbed. Fish head dish is a favourite speciality of Chinese people. High-quality fish heads are more expensive than fresh fish. At 4 a.m., fishermen set out early for Chagan Lake. Armed with cotton socks, boots, and hats made of dog skin, they are heading to the previously chosen fishing spot. It's not land underneath them, but a frozen lake. The grooms are very afraid of unfrozen cracks. If stepped on, the men and their horses would fall into the water and probably lose their lives. Which is the right direction? Nobody dares to say. This gamble will last for hours and is only to be won by those with rich experience. It's a sunny day. Oxygen in the water increases and the fish crowd together. A 2,000-meter fish net quickly sinks to the bottom. At such a low temperature, the fish keep still. But a failure in locating the fish may bring a bad luck streak that could last for days. The fishermen are working in silence. Anxiety and nervousness shroud the lake. The thick clothes make people move slowly, even when doing simple work. The chief fisherman cares most about his accuracy of judgment, because it concerns his reputation and pride.
I have been engaged in this since I was 15 years old.
77-year-old Shi Baoju is experienced and actually rather famous in this area.
I'm 77 years old. How many years do you think I've been doing this? I have never stopped this work or left the water or the fish. That's enough for today. I have work to do at the frozen lake.
Fishermen are setting up a capstan on the ice. A rope has been wound around the capstan. Horses are driven to pull the 2,000-meter long net underneath the ice. The breathtaking moment arrives. Under the icy surface, the fish net moves slowly. The scene indicates that the sunshine is moderate and the thickness of ice is proper. But can it promise that fish are nearby? Spring festival is approaching. In tradition, there would be a sacrifice for the lake and fish. Tourism and commercial operations make the ceremony even more grand. Shi will play a leading role in the performance. Though the ritual has been changed a lot, Shi still prays piously to the lake god for a good harvest next year. Eight hours later, it's time to pull out the net.
Come out, fish!
The entire load of fish has been extracted. The lucky locals have received generous gifts from nature once again. The moment arouses people's thoughts and feelings. The fishermen are excited at the big, fat fish. But no one notices that there are no tiny fish that weigh less than 2 kilograms in the net. Only Shi knows. It's a strict rule among the fishermen that has been passed on for generations. Each mesh of the fish net is 20 centimeters in diameter. The specific design enables the net to only trap fish over 5 years old. The young fish are able to escape. As the Golos Mongol saying goes, always leave something for the next hunt. It's a sound principle.
We must do it every year. We must abide by the long-lasting tradition. It represents a wish for an annual surplus. Let's take all the fish home today.
The big fish just caught are to be cooked at Shi's family for the dinner on the Lunar New Year's Eve. Traditionally, it's a rich feast of fish. It's the main ingredient of all of the dishes. Shi's son-in-law cooks well and will serve the entire family. He exhausts his ability to complete all 14 dishes on the feast menu. The main dish is stewed fishes, seasoned with a special sauce from the northeast. First, stew the big head carp thoroughly, then add in several other fishes, one by one. The combination represents the straightforward character of the locals. Children accompany the elders for a drink after a tough and busy year.
Let's do nothing but enjoy fish and alcohol tonight. This is sashimi. This is whitebait, wuchang fish, and fish meat cubes.
The scent of various fish fills the night of the little fishing village. Gifts from the lakes have nourished the residents nearby, while the ocean is an even more important source of food that the Chinese rely on. On the 3 islands of Guangxi, inhabited by Jing ethnic groups, the fishermen used to fish on stilts. Fish usually swarm in the morning and evening when the southwest monsoon dominates. By casting the fish net while standing on stilts, the fishermen can efficiently catch fish in the shallow sea. Facing the sea, people could not help but sigh over the shrinking availability of natural resources. Today, the once prosperous fishing method can be seen only in folklore performances. These are the last 5 men capable of the stunt in one-way Jing ethnic village. To the seaside residents, the deep ocean is much more attractive. China has a coastline of 18,000 kilometers. The further the fishermen are away from land, the more dangerous the task. After praying at the Mazu temple, the fishermen will set out. Hainan native Lin Hongqi is to captain the boat. It's winter. Diesel, fresh water and food have been loaded on to Lin's boat. It's now ready to sail. Of the 20 crew members aboard, all are young or middle-aged. The decreasing number of fish make fishing much more difficult. But Lin knows that nature won't satisfy man all the time. Sometimes man has to take his chance. Lin catches a wolffish at evening. We can see its emerald green bones after it's been cut open. The fish is tasty enough after simply being boiled. Instant noodles and the fish make for a pleasant supper. But Lin will not be having a relaxed supper. Fishes are attracted to light. After toiling for 2 hours, they've got nothing but a few jellyfish. It comes as no surprise. But the captain is under great pressure. If they're still fruitless half a month later, Lin will take the responsibility. Mackerel is the main food for the sailors out at sea. The salted fish can be preserved for a long time. Fish heads and tails can be cooked with pickled cabbage into a tasty soup. There are 22 islands and 7 shoals in the South China Sea, the biggest and deepest sea of China. Red snails on the islands taste perfect after being boiled with seawater. Fishermen fishing around the Shisha Islands have to go ashore in bad weather. Deep-sea fishing costs a lot. Lin has gone out to sea twice this year, ultimately losing tens of thousands of yuan. They have got nothing since departure. Lin is under great pressure. The crew places all their hopes on him. He is the captain and responsible for locating fish shoals. travelling long distances within one day, the people who depend on the sea finally receive generous gifts from nature once again. But pelagic fishing only runs 6 months a year. There's no time to be lost. But the fishermen have a unique way to celebrate the harvest, a rich feast of fish. The decoctic mackerel can retain its original flavour after being cooked alone. Shizu fish tastes good after being braised with garlic. Shellfish has the fine quality of making soup with sour bamboo shoots. The dishes all retain the original flavour of seafood. Lin returns with an entire boat of fish, but he knows that it will be a short stay. Only time can see how human beings will adapt to the changing ocean. Zhuo Ma and her mother earned 5,000 yuan in the Matsutake harvest season. Their hard work paid off. In the evening, Sheng Wu pulls the boat ashore. He is going to cover today's harvest with a tarp. Xue comes to the ice-covered lake on the Lunar New Year's Day. 250,000 kilos of baby fish will be put into the lake at spring. He is looking forward to another great harvest. When we enjoy delicacies, we should appreciate the people who make it happen through their hard work and their wisdom. Nature tends to be generous and forthcoming with her rewards for man.